Hello to World Bioeconomy Forum followers from all over the world. Today, we are delighted to bring you an interview with Tiina Nakari-Setälä, Head of Business Development at VTT. VTT is a Finnish-based visionary research and development organization that drives sustainable growth and tackles the biggest global challenges of our time. And then, most importantly, turning them into business opportunities and for business growth. The circular bioeconomy is at the top of the list at VTT when it comes to business development from renewable, reusable and recyclable products. Tiina has worked at VTT for over 20 years through leadership positions in research, business development, sales and strategy, innovation cycles and management, and speeding up commercialization of the latest innovations. Tiina will be moderating our Bioproducts Around Us panel with the title, The Role of Processing Technologies and Enhancing Sustainability. That'll be held at our forum in Ruka, 7th to the 9th of September later this year. It'll be great to see as many forum followers as possible at that event, either in person or as on our hybrid event. So Tiina, great to have you moderating our Bioproducts Around Us panel at the forum this year, and great to have you with us. Welcome.
Thank you. This is a pleasure.
Excellent. I think we'll go straight into the questions, if that's okay. So VTT is one of the very important players in the research and development of bioproducts. In fact, it seems like the Finns have bioproducts coursing through their veins and in their DNA. So can you tell us a little bit about VTT and the work that you're personally involved in?
Sure. So VTT, the Technical Research Center of Finland, which has turned 80 years this year, and ever since, so we have been working together with partners to solve some of the biggest problems of the world. And the partners are, of course, very important because no one can work on their own, so partners are needed. And in particularly when it comes to VTT, so we are not a really commercial organization, so that we would be taking our solutions and the technologies as products to the market. So we always need the partners to actually do that. And one of the things that I have been personally focusing at VTT is how to accelerate the innovation. So how can we actually take the initial research ideas forward, and that in our terms that always needs that we need to have the project where we work and where the results are being produced, but how to produce the results, and then actually how to fish out the most important and most interesting things from the commercial perspective, how to find the partners to collaborate with, how to develop these concepts and technologies, and how to mature, how to increase the TRL level of the technology, and how then to eventually make the technology transfer.
Okay, can you tell us what TRL means?
Sure. That's the jargon, the technology jargon. So technology readiness level.
Okay, fantastic. So your a day in your life sounds like it could be a very interesting one, I imagine.
Well, certainly. And one of the pleasures is that I have the very excellent and bright minds around me who are really the experts in the technology and science. And it's really fun to work with them as well as with the commercial partners.
Yeah, excellent. Sounds fascinating. So my next question is, what are your thoughts about the substitution effect? This is whereby products made from fossil fuels are substituted from those made by renewable materials. Do you think this is a positive move when it comes to the mitigation of climate change? I mean, how much effect do you think that actually has?
Well, I think it is an important action. I would myself, I've started to use a slogan that a bioproduct is actually an action for climate. So it's a positive action for climate. And I think that it is very important that we sort of continue on that track and replace the fossil-based materials with renewables as much as we can. But not, of course, not only from the virgin raw materials, but also that the new renewable materials or other products, that they also become circular.
So make it a sort of mindset, really, and just make sure that, you know, we're taking that choice.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you. So there's a lot of work going on at VTT, but what, in your opinion, are some of the most important bioproducts under development at the moment?
I think that one can take a global or a more national view on this, and also one can think in different time perspectives. I mean, there has been a lot of sort of door opener bioproducts that entered the market, and those are sort of gaining the ground and making also really commercial. Really commercial, and then there are these newer developments that are not yet maybe there in the market, but are about to break to the market with industrial production being set up and so on. And one of those products are the new textiles. And I think those are very interesting and important, because of course we know that there is a huge need for that type of products, and also there are very interesting technologies currently or being developed and now about to break to the market with production capacity soon. And that's going to be, I think, very groundbreaking and very interesting. Also, one maybe a little bit unorthodox way to think is to think about our food. So the transformation maybe towards the plant-based food. So substituting the sort of traditional animal-based foods with plant-based, and also really groundbreaking, even trying to disconnect the food production from the use of fields, and with that I'm referring to cellular agriculture. So very interesting, and very sustainable ways to produce our food in the future.
Fascinating. Really looking forward to hearing about that, maybe on the panel that we have at the forum. Very interesting. So let's move on to the forum. Really pleased to have you on board moderating in Ruka, which will be great. It'll be a great event. What are your expectations from your point of view for the forum in Ruka this year, and what would you like to see as the outcome from the discussions that you'll be having?
So it will be definitely great to be there in person. I mean, we have just lived through the pandemic, and being able to be somewhere in person, meeting people, I mean, that's going to be great. Yeah. So I have huge personal expectations for that, and I hope that the panel will be sort of inspiring and interesting to the audience, and I'm hoping for a very lively discussion there. So in general, then I think that I'm also hoping that the panel would be contributing to the World Circular Bioeconomy Forum Talks Climate Declaration.
Yeah, great. Well, again, it'll be great to have you with us, and thank you for joining us today, and really look forward to meeting you in person in Ruka in September.
Likewise. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you so much, Tiina. Thanks.